My team's secret sauce on the Lighthouse leads, well, one, and probably most important, is just to treat it exactly the same as the Get Lead button. We're a company that doesn't just say yes or no to clients, which is huge. I can't imagine sitting at a desk and just telling someone no, come back in 6 months. So it's great to give that strategy, game plan, whatever you want to call it, to get to the finish line. Two would be, it's okay to be selfish. I mean, I say, you're coming back to me. You're coming back to my team. You're not just getting pushed off to another department. Lighthouse is sending the file back to me or my team. And I think that really resonates with the customers as well, so that they know they're not just getting funneled through a call center. And that's where I kind of end the phone call with saying me, but also, I encourage you to buckle down on your credit, because our paths will cross again.
I really want them to understand that this is a free service and it's not something that they have to fix overnight. They don't have to spend all of their money. We will work with you as long as it takes, and we're not just going to give you a list of items to do. So if it takes you a few months to come up with the funds to do a few things, we will work with you until your scores are at that 620 or higher.
The secret sauce to closing Lighthouse loans at a high rate is just treat these like any other lead. Matter of fact, make them priority, because these leads are going to convert. From a personal standpoint, I try to treat every person the same. So I don't care if you have a 720 FICO score right now or you have a 520 score right now. We're going to put together a program that if you want to buy a home, it may not be today or tomorrow, but at some point we can normally get you in a house.
So I think with the Lighthouse files, the most important thing to remember is these are clients we've already provided a service for. So we've already built that initial trust with most of them. These are also people that most banks or lenders are going to discard because they were below the needed credit score. So by treating them the same way you treat somebody with 800 credit, and understanding that we don't need 800 credit to close a loan, we need a 620. So if you treat somebody the same way, you're going to earn their business for this loan and possibly for life, as well as the family members, friends, anyone else that they know that might have a less than perfect credit. So the biggest fear is reaching out and finding out what the problem is. So by assuring them that that's not a problem, we can help you no matter what your circumstance is. And the most important thing is just simply figuring out where you stand today. And then from there, helping you figure out how to get to your goal.
There's a lot of things that you can do to help convert these files. I think the thing that we do most, and aside from the regular, we'll treat them like everybody else, there are a couple things that you can really do to make these Lighthouse files convert better. If you have a borrower who's at 600 to 620, not quite qualifying yet, there's no reason to tell them, oh, sorry, you don't qualify. At least not in a very direct, you're not going to be able to get a loan today. Try something like, you don't qualify just yet, but I've got a team that's going to help you out. It's called our Lighthouse department, and they're going to help you work on some credit things on that side of things. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and send you an email. I'm going to treat you just like you're pre-qualified. We're going to go ahead and send you your checklist of items that you need. You can go ahead and get that stuff back to us right away, so that when your credit is fixed, you'll actually be ready to go out and buy a house. You'll be fully pre-approved as soon as your credit gets fixed up. And it's a good way to engage the clients and make sure that they don't just see you pushing them off to someone else. You're still working with them in a one-on-one capacity. They're getting documentation back from you. You're helping yourself out, because once the file actually does get out of Lighthouse, you don't have to go track down DD-214s or pay stubs. You're ready to go. And I think that in itself is huge. I think that also, again, treating them like they are a regular borrower, and don't give them the idea that there's something wrong with them or something wrong with their credit that's not good. It's really important to make sure that, like I said, that just keep on going, just like you would with anybody else. And especially those 600 to 620s, don't lose any of those. Those are closed loans. If you get someone who has been working with a USAA or a Quicken, man, those are money. I love those types of loans, because they already feel like they've gotten shot down by somebody else. But to be able to step in and say, hey, we're not quite there yet, but I got you. We'll take care of you. We take care of all veterans. And that is a fantastic feeling. And it's a fantastic way to help generate business and keep the business moving in the right direction.